I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nicki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
To the barbs and the barbs only, but I'm speaking to the barbs that have common sense. Can you explain why Nicki would end up supporting Charlie Kirk's wife and his legacy and go on and why is she taking this whole turn with Trump and stuff? Can you just explain to me why? And I don't need you to comment dumb stuff.
Y'all, the rap girlies are at it again, but this time, it's not about chart positions or messy family drama. This whole situation kicked off after Nicki officially confirmed what many people had been side-eyeing for a while: she's fully embracing the MAGA label. And the internet immediately went into meltdown mode. No shade to anyone, everyone's entitled to their own political beliefs. But the way Nicki rolled this out, and the timing behind it, has left a lot of fans feeling blindsided. As a result, she's been losing supporters fast, and let's be real, her critics are enjoying every second of it, and of course, Cardi B's name has entered the chat. According to people close to Cardi, she's apparently not surprised by any of this. Some are even saying she always knew things would eventually play out this way for Nicki. The rumor? It all circles back to Nicki's husband, but how much of that is actually true? Let's get into it real quick. Eyes.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact.
Nicki Minaj has been getting increasingly political lately, and she's now openly aligning herself with Donald Trump. What makes that so surprising is that just a few years ago, she was very vocal in criticizing him. Back in 2020, Nicki spoke out against Trump's anti-immigration policies and made it clear she wasn't interested in joining his political movement. She also previously called Trump a symbol of misogyny in the entertainment industry, criticizing the way powerful men surround themselves with younger women to boost their own image. Given those past statements, her current stance feels like a complete reversal, and it's left a lot of people wondering what changed.
Trump can say, "You're fired." Let Martha Stewart run her company the same way and be the same way. Oh, evil. But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool. Oh, Donald, we love you. Donald Trump.
And what makes all of this even wilder is that this is the same person who dropped a freestyle remix mocking Trump in November 2016, literally a month after he was elected. Fast forward to now, and suddenly he's being praised as the best thing to happen to America in decades. That kind of whiplash doesn't just happen overnight. We already saw the early signs of her repositioning when she started speaking about so-called Christian persecution in Nigeria. At the time, the Barbs rushed to defend her, saying she was just speaking on an issue she cared about, and to be fair, Nicki has shown love to Nigeria before, so that alone didn't set off alarm bells. But things got a lot more questionable when she went after Gavin Newsom following California passing a law that prevents schools from being forced to inform parents if a student wants to use a different name or pronouns at school. The intent of the law was to protect kids who may not feel safe being outed at home, especially those dealing with gender identity issues. Newsom has been consistently vocal about supporting trans rights. Almost immediately after the law passed, Nicki jumped in with a tweet saying, imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up wanting healthy, safe, and happy kids. And just like that, she inserted herself into an already explosive debate. Conservative parents were furious, arguing that parents should be involved in every aspect of their child's life. On the other side, people pointed out that not all homes are safe, which is exactly why the law exists. Once again, the Barbs defended Nicki, claiming she was just speaking as a mother who wants to be involved in her child's life. But the real turning point came when Nicki showed up, smiling and comfortable, at a Turning Point USA event in Phoenix, where she was featured as a guest speaker. That's when things really shifted. Other black creators associated with Turning Point USA weren't given speaking roles or any real platform, yet Nicki was front and center. And let's be honest, with Candace Owens distancing herself from Turning Point USA, the organization suddenly lacks a high-profile black figure to showcase. So it wouldn't be shocking if Nicki's fame and influence are now being leveraged to appeal to the black community and give the movement broader legitimacy. Taken together, none of this feels random. It tells a story of gradual positioning, one that fans are absolutely noticing.
But what it's shown me personally is sometimes, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And it's just not fair.
When fans saw Nicki sitting on stage suddenly repeating talking points she had never associated herself with before, a lot of people were genuinely confused. People were like, what is actually happening right now? It felt surreal. Blink twice if we're really watching Annika Tanya Marriage sharing a stage and co-signing rhetoric that directly contradicts the community that helped build her career. She was out there making statements many fans interpreted as openly transphobic, which shocked people even more considering that a huge portion of Nicki's fanbase comes from the LGBTQ+ community. So yeah, fans were upset, and understandably so. Now, some people are speculating that all of this may be connected to her husband, Kenneth Petty. And honestly, ever since Nicki got involved with him, it seems like there's been non-stop controversy. The most recent issue? Reports that Nicki is being sued for $500,000 following an incident where her husband allegedly assaulted a security guard overseas after an argument involving Nicki. Despite all of her accolades, success, and influence, one thing critics have never let go of is her decision to marry an ex-offender. That association continues to follow her, no matter how big her career gets. Because of that, some people believe Nicki may be aligning herself politically in hopes of improving her husband's legal situation, possibly trying to reduce restrictions tied to his record. Others have also brought up Nicki's brother, Jelani Marriage, who was convicted and sentenced to 25 years in prison in 2020 following crimes committed years earlier. Since then, multiple appeals have reportedly been denied. This has led some to speculate, that Nicki may be attempting to leverage influence or political favor related to family legal issues. But there's another theory people are talking about: self-preservation. While Nicki has lived in the US since childhood, she was born in Trinidad and Tobago and is reportedly a legal permanent resident, not a US citizen. She has openly spoken in the past about how difficult the citizenship process has been for her. With recent political rhetoric around immigration becoming more aggressive, and with increased scrutiny even on legal residents, some believe the timing of her public political shift feels calculated. The theory goes, aligning herself with powerful political figures could be a strategic move to protect her own status and secure citizenship. Whether any of this is true is up for debate. But what is clear is that this shift didn't happen in a vacuum, and fans are noticing. So what do you think? Is this about loyalty, protection, politics, or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.
Nicki Minaj has gone full-blown MAGA on Twitter, or X, right? And I think it's because she's scared of deportation. She is starting to get worried with this immigration policy because, mind you, she's been in the United States since she was 5 years old and she's still not a citizen. And pre-COVID, she even talked about how hard it is to get citizenship in this country. You can be a multi-millionaire, you can be a celebrity, and it's still a hard process to get citizenship. It's easier just to renew your green card, right? She has gone so far to turn against her own fan base. She literally, like, the LGBTQ is like her ride or dies, right? They do all her dirty work for her, right? And she went on to say that, like, trans people are not normal.
Nicki Minaj has been surrounded by controversy for years, and her personal choices have spoken louder than any PR spin ever could. Marrying someone with a serious criminal past, and then consistently defending him, was the moment a lot of people, myself included, were completely done. That wasn't just disappointing, it was revealing. So when Nicki went full MAGA, it honestly felt predictable. This didn't come out of nowhere, it fit a pattern of behavior we've already seen play out time and time again. For anyone paying attention, this shift wasn't a shock at all. What do you think? Were you actually surprised, or did you see this coming from miles away? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.